continues his comeback.
At 6:30, a live boxing doubleheader, Roy Jones Jr. versus Marquis Sosa and Witherspoon versus Cole. At 8:30, when the terrorists attack, he's ready to take aim. Jeff Wincott, open fire. And at 10, let the television turn you on for a change. Shock Video 3, Turn on TV, America Undercover. Live boxing doubleheader, Open Fire and America Undercover. HBO is on tonight.
The following is a special presentation of HBO Sports.
Hello there, everybody. Welcome to Madison Square Garden, the Mecca of sport. Roy Jones with the ball. Ball handling beautifully. There's his shot, and he hits from the corner. Good. Jump shot from the right side. Swish. Hooking one in, banked in off the boards. Straight away he shoots and hits. A multi-talented athlete is Roy Jones. He blocks the shot. A right-handed jumper. He hits from all over the court. He blocks another. From the left side, he can't miss. This fella is like a one-man team. He is one from half court. Good! He's no stranger to Madison Square Garden. This guy has been here before.
Roy, this is our house. Not tonight, Coach.
Tonight, live from Madison Square Garden in New York City, HBO Sports presents a doubleheader edition of World Championship Boxing. First, former heavyweight champion Tim Witherspoon faces cruiserweight title holder Al Cole in a heavyweight bout scheduled for 10 rounds. And then, super middleweight champion Roy Jones Jr. makes his light heavyweight debut against Marquis Sosa. That one is scheduled for 12 rounds. And on a day on which New York City sustained another wet snowstorm, a crowd of about 10,000, about half a house full, and certainly not many more than that, will make it into the Garden to see this card, which features the man widely regarded as the best pound-for-pound boxer in the world, super middleweight champion Roy Jones Jr. And hello again, everybody. I'm Jim Lampley. We welcome you to this World Championship Boxing doubleheader in which we'll again showcase Roy Jones Jr. Many experts think he's the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world tonight against an especially tough opponent, Marquis Sosa, 4 pounds beyond the 168-pound level where he holds his championship. This a non-title bout for Jones. And before that, we'll get to see a couple of interesting heavyweights, one with a long history and one a relative newcomer to the division. Either Tim Witherspoon or Al Cole could project himself into the heavyweight contender scene tonight. Working with me, as always, HBO boxing analyst Larry Merchant. And Larry, first, a sartorial note. I noticed that your snow boots are brown. Did you not get the wardrobe dictate that said, with the tuxedo, you've got to wear the black snow boots?
When you have weather like this, Jim, you just pull out of your closet whatever you've got. This weather has given new meaning to the term mean streets in New York. New York looks like one big bowl of sour cream, and I'm absolutely amazed that this many people have slogged through it to get here for this fight tonight. They expected perhaps 12,000, upwards of that. If there are 8,000 to 10,000 people here, I feel like going out and hugging every one of them.
So indeed, it's not that bad a showing coming off 4 weeks ago when Oscar De La Hoya drew nearly 16,000 people into the Garden. But tonight, it's Jones's turn to use this famous arena as his showcase. And this is a guy who's being compared by many boxing experts, Larry, to the all-time pound-for-pound standard in the sport, Sugar Ray Robinson. Is Roy Jones Jr. really that good?
I don't know. I think maybe some of these superlatives are connected to this blizzard. You know, everybody is talking about the highest and the deepest and the mostest and the white and the baddest and the bestest and the whitest. But give Roy Jones this, whether you think that that kind of stuff is premature or not. He has managed to create the impression, a blizzard of praise with his style. He's a very, very special athlete with a rare blend of quickness and power, ambition and intuition, and it's all packaged very dynamically. He has a very personable and dramatic flair to go with all of that. But even Sugar Ray Robinson wasn't the Sugar Ray Robinson of story and song every time out. So we are creating some terrifically high expectations for him to be that good every time. And if he can do it, well, then all praise to him.
All right, we'll see how much praise he generates in the second bout of the evening. But first, a visit to the heavyweight division. And we'll note that our regular expert commentator, George Foreman, is away training for his scheduled rematch with Michael Moore on February 29. In his absence, we're once again privileged to work with a man who saw many of his great moments as a trainer and a manager, not in this Garden, but in its predecessor, 16 blocks north of here, Gil Clancy. Welcome back, Gil. As we get ready for Tim Witherspoon against Al Cole, the question becomes, in the constantly confused and confusing heavyweight division, what's the significance of this fight?
Well, this is a good, solid heavyweight fight when good heavyweights won't fight each other, always waiting for the big payday in the future. I think the winner of this fight would be a favorite in a match with any of the three so-called champions around today.
You're talking about Franz Botha, Bruce Seldon, and the third champion, who is Frank Bruno. Of course, there's no guarantee either of these guys could get a match against one of those three, but you say if they did.
No question it'd be the favorite. As a matter of fact, Tim Witherspoon has already knocked out Bruno, and I'm sure he'd be a big favorite against either Botha or Seldon. So there we have it. Here's two guys risking their future fighting each other.
Indeed, crossroads fight for both Witherspoon and Cole. It comes just a little bit, not more than 9 years after the worst moment of Witherspoon's career, a controversy-stained first-round knockout loss to Bone Crusher Smith here in '86. When Tim Witherspoon looks into his future, he thinks about what has been, what might have been, and still dreams of what might be. He tries to pick up the pieces of his roller coaster career.
It'll be a shame. It'll be a letdown to all parties that care about Tim to just let it go to waste. And I think that this is the driving thing that's in me.
At age 26, Tim Witherspoon was on his way to greatness, a promising heavyweight of enormous potential. After just 19 fights, Witherspoon soared to the top, taking a title from Greg Page.
And new WBC heavyweight champion of the world, terrible Tim Witherspoon.
Then, as fast as he had earned the crown, he gave it away, beaten by Pinklon Thomas. He would reach for the sky again and gain the WBA title against Tony Tubbs. When he defended the title against Frank Bruno, he decided Don King had shorted him on his purse. The dispute exploded.
The Bruno fight was the last straw. If he would have paid me $700,000, $800,000, it wouldn't have never been a lawsuit. That $90,000 was really like him saying to me, turn around, pull your pants down.
Thoroughly disenchanted, but not quite ready to give up, Witherspoon fought one last fight for King. It was an embarrassing one-round knockout loss to Bone Crusher Smith. For the next 7 years, Witherspoon would battle King in a high-profile lawsuit, eventually settling for over $1 million. But the cost to his career was incalculable.
My self-esteem was low. I felt left out. But I knew I had to make this move. I knew I had to go through I had to go through a change. And I didn't know the change was going to be that long.
It's been 10 years of struggle for Tim Witherspoon, both in and out of the ring. His best years of boxing are surely gone. So many wonder, why is the former two-time titleist still fighting?
I'm going to use this body to accomplish what I can do, why I can do it. And I don't want to be one of them guys sit back, his stomach get big, say, man, I had a chance. Right, I had a chance, and I just let it go to waste.
Happy birthday to
Having reached 38 2 weeks ago, Witherspoon would have thought finding opponents would be simple, but finding top quality opponents has been the hardest challenge. His wish for the new year is that one of the top heavyweights will fight him.
There's a lot of guys out there scared of me and don't want to fight me. My last 5 fights is knockouts. I'm being turned down by guys like Reddick Bowe, Lennox Lewis, Michael Moore, George Foreman. I mean, if they want to fight, I'm here. The new Tim is here, and he's ready to fight.
Despite the difficulty of attracting a top opponent, Witherspoon refuses to get discouraged now. Physically and mentally prepared, he's ready to fight because he knows a loss should mean the end of his career.
This particular fight means more to me than my whole career put together because it could be where I have to pack my bags if I lose. As long as everybody knows that I tried, I'm satisfied and gave it all I got.
Win or lose tonight, Tim Witherspoon's future stays cloudy. If he wins, he hopes the visibility brings him closer to his unlikely dream of one day regaining a heavyweight title. It would be his third. Bring it back live to ringside. Tail of the tape between Tim Witherspoon and Al Cole, both fighters beyond their 30th birthdays. That, of course, increases the significance of the fight for each. Cole with a 1-inch reach advantage. He began his professional boxing career at 179 pounds. Tonight comes in at 215. He's had one previous heavyweight bout, and in it, he gained a technical knockout win over the once highly regarded Mike Dixon.
A look at some interesting numbers. As you can see there, Cole, a smaller man coming up from the smaller division, throws twice as many punches as Tim Witherspoon. There you see how often he uses the jab. For Witherspoon, who used to throw it a lot, it doesn't mean much anymore. And these numbers are significant because if Cole can take Witherspoon's right-hand punch, he can certainly out-busy and out-hustle him.
Rules of the bout with the fight-scoring pharmacist, Harold Letterman.
The Tim Witherspoon-Al Cole fight is scheduled for 10 rounds. The standing 8 count is in effect. The 3 knockdown rule is in effect. Either the doctor or the referee can stop the fight, and you cannot be saved by the bell in any round, including the last round. Jim.
All right, Harold, first to enter the ring will be Spring Valley, New York's Al Cole. Went to high school in Spring Valley and was a football and basketball star there. Got into boxing when he was in the military. He says that he now lives in hotels and airplanes in the American transportation system, but he spends as much time as anywhere else in Pensacola, training in the Roy Jones Jr. fight camp.
He is a particularly bright fellow, and just how bright he is shown by the fact that he hooked himself up with Roy Jones, and basically that's why he's getting a shot to climb out of the unknown division of fighters from which he came.
Champion as a cruiserweight. When you take a look at his record, you'll see that he has only 13 knockouts in 27 fights. 5 of his last 6 battles in the cruiserweight division went the distance. We mentioned that he did gain a TKO in his one previous heavyweight appearance, and the only loss to Leon Trainer was avenged in his next fight. Al Ice Cole. And second to enter the ring, the former heavyweight titleist Tim Witherspoon. We've already told you about his last fight at Madison Square Garden back in December of 1986. Gil Clancy at 38 years old. Witherspoon is seen by a lot of experts as having a chance to win the fight only if he does it by knockout. You agree?
Well, yes, I think that's the way it's going to have to go, because Cole is such a busy fighter, throws so many more punches that unless Witherspoon can hurt him and get him out of there, I don't think he can win a decision. He's going to have to win by a knockout.
Spent years of his career mired in the lawsuit against King. Eventually settled the suit.
But, you know, he does, but Jim, he does take responsibility for allowing the suit to get in the way of his athletic career. He just says he couldn't get that out of his mind and it messed him up. But it was his responsibility to separate the two. He has screwed up a number of times in his career. And a body is a terrible thing to waste as well as a mind.
He's not wasting it right now. He wants a chance at top heavyweights, as we told you. You saw the record 43-4 with 29 knockouts. And right now, let's go to ring announcer Michael Buffer for the pre-fight introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to the Mecca of Boxing, New York City's Madison Square Garden, where tonight, the Garden, along with Square Ring Incorporated and Cedric Kushner Promotions, in association with your undisputed, undefeated king of beers, Budweiser. This Bud's for you. Present an evening of professional boxing for your entertainment. Tonight's card is dedicated to the memory of Ernie Magdaleno and Joey Fariello. All these bouts are sanctioned by the New York State Athletic Commission Chairman, former two-time heavyweight champion Floyd Patterson, Executive Director James Posinello, Deputy Commissioner Steve Acunto, Chief Medical Officer Dr. Robert Schultz. Three ringside physicians are Dr. William Lathan, Dr. Richard Estrico, and Dr. Daniel Hamner. The timekeeper is Jim Borzel. Counting for the knockdown seconds, Scott Rubenstein. The three judges scoring the bout on a 10-point must system will be Nick Cimino, Luis Rivera, and Eva Shane. And when the bell rings, the man in charge of the action, referee Jim Santa. And now, ladies and gentlemen, 10 rounds of boxing in the heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the white trimmed with black and weighing in at 228 pounds. Fighting out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, he brings a record of 43-4, 29 KOs. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the former two-time heavyweight champion of the world, Terrible Tim Witherspoon. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the black, trimmed with green and yellow, and weighing in at 215 pounds. Fighting out of Spring Valley, New York, he brings a record of 27 victories with only one defeat, 13 KOs. He moves up to the heavyweight division tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the IBF Cruiserweight Champion of the World, Alfred Ice Cole!
Look at that gut. Look at that gut, baby. Look at that gut.
Fellas. All right, fellas, we went over the rules in the locker room. Let's touch gloves and have a good fight. All right.
It's Witherspoon's right hand and his strategy of punching Cole on the arms to try to slow up his jabs and his number of punches that are the key to this fight. A Terrible and an Ice, appropriate names for a fight on a night like this.
Ready?
Bill Clancy, what about Tim Witherspoon's body and conditioning as compared to the Witherspoon of old?
Actually, Jim, he looks a lot better to me physically now than he's looked in a long, long time. He's brought his weight down. He's trained hard. He lives clean now. It may be a little too late, but we're going to find out.
Witherspoon landing a right hand across the top. Al Cole knows that his formula for winning is to out-hustle Witherspoon and make Terrible Tim fight at his pace. He'll try to throw more punches, as has been his record in the past. Hard left hand inside by Witherspoon, and Cole immediately gets a taste of the Witherspoon punching power.
Despite the fact that Cole has that good left jab, he's the taller of the two. He really is not much of a boxer. He'll take punishment and dish out punishment, which may not be a good way to fight Tim Witherspoon.
Witherspoon, knowing that he was fighting a cruiserweight coming up, kind of expected to see a smaller man than Al Ice Cole. When first he saw him personally, he said, hey, this guy has broad shoulders. He looks like a heavyweight to me.
No question about it. He is a good solid 215 pounds.
Mouthpiece drops in the center of the ring. Referee Jim Santa looking for time for mouthpiece replacement. Sends Cole to a neutral corner and gives Witherspoon a chance.
Rinse it out. Come on. Time.
Giving it to the wrong corner.
Rinse it out.
You know, for somebody like Cole, this is an ideal opportunity to catch a Tim Witherspoon who has a name recognition and is obviously past his best. If Cole has anything, this is a great chance for him.
What an odd moment. Santa getting Witherspoon's mouthpiece washed out in Cole's corner.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a tactical error.
They might have put some hot sauce in it.
Could have put anything into it.
They probably missed the chance. 1 minute to go in round one. Witherspoon again drawing the oohs and ahs of the crowd. Cole not yet able to land combinations against Witherspoon. He's only been able to get in one punch at a time, really.
As you can see the power of Tim Witherspoon. Throws that short right hand on the inside, and he really moved Al Cole. That may be the difference in the fight.
Come on, fellas. Box it out.
Witherspoon looping the right hand to the body. Sometimes Tim throws unorthodox looking punches, but they're more effective than you might think they are.
Another good right hand by Witherspoon.
That one, Gil, landed on the arm just as he explained, and it moved Cole anyway.
Watch your head. Come on, no hitting. Come on, no holding. Come on, fellas, no. Break! Come on, let's go. Box.
Round one coming to a close. Witherspoon lands a hard left hook and a quick right hand inside to punctuate the round, and that looked like a pretty doggone good round for terrible Tim Witherspoon. Meanwhile, Roy Jones, featured in the next bout of the evening, watches at ringside as his buddy Al Cole goes to work, and this is one of the most unorthodox things about Roy Jones, Gil Clancy.
Well, again, you know, he's his own boss. That's what it's all about. The days I managed and trained fighters, I would never let something like that happen. And if he insisted on doing it, I just had to tell him, go find another trainer. You don't need me anymore.
When his right hand comes over your head like that, throw the right uppercut, scoot around, and go with the left uppercut to the body. Keep turning. Stay on his left shoulder. Okay?
Put some more pressure on him?
No, you just do what I told you to do. Work off your jab, though. Work off your jab. You got to out-hustle him on the inside, though. Okay?
Be first, Cole. You got to be first.
Out-hustle him on the inside.
Put weight on him.
Come on, man.
I was a little surprised in that first round. Witherspoon actually outboxed as well as outpunched Cole.
No question about it. And it seems to me that Cole is already starting to swell under both eyes.
Cole trying to land in combination, got the right hand through, left hand was blocked. When Witherspoon is able to grab and hold Cole like this, he gains time to rest, and he also puts his bigger body on the smaller man and creates work for Cole in that way. Right hand over the top by Cole. Witherspoon unfazed, keeps coming.
Witherspoon answered with a beautiful combination that time. Cole is going to have to stay on the outside and try to score points with that left jab. Move around a little bit.
One thing Cole's going to have to do a better job of than he's been able to do so far is beating Witherspoon to the punch. If anything, Witherspoon is starting most of these exchanges, Gil.
He's starting the exchanges, and Cole is standing right in front of him, not looking for any angles or anything else. You'd think the quicker Cole would do something like that, but so far he's fighting Witherspoon's fight.
You saw the little left hook landing flush in there for Witherspoon. He lands another left hook inside as referee Jim Santa tries to break them up. Missing with the looping right, but Cole seeing his punch output dropping as he's increasingly wary of Witherspoon's power.
Come on, fellas. Box it, fellas. Watch your heads. Watch your heads.
Again, Cole is staying on the inside, wrestling with a bigger, stronger man, which could tire him as this fight continues. as this fight continues.
Cole beginning to work to the body. Witherspoon counters with a hard right hand.
That's it, fellas. Good job.
It's been a struggle for Al Cole so far. Now he gets in a left hook inside. But here comes Witherspoon to lean on him again and try to sap some of Cole's strength.
Watch it, no.
That right hand of Witherspoon is a vicious punch.
Terrific uppercut by Witherspoon. Cole momentarily stunned, but comes back punching. And so far, Tim Witherspoon has been able to land sharply over and over against Al Cole.
Boy, Al Cole is one of these guys, though. He's a very game, tough guy. He'll take a lot of punishment to land punches, but he's not going to do it with a big heavyweight like Tim Witherspoon. He's going to have to start the box.
And you saw the left hook, and Cole continues to get a lesson in infighting from Tim Witherspoon.
But meanwhile, it's a hellacious fight, guys. Whatever the strategy and tactics are.
No punches. No punches. Hey, whoa, whoa. No punches. After the bell. Come on, guys. No punching after the bell.
Staying inside with him so much. Boxing, give me some angles, man. Once you finish punching on the inside, I don't want you laying in waiting for him to start. You move around him. Move out the way. Let him run into something, okay? When he coming to you, meet him with some 1-2s, man. Then move. Anytime he come towards you, come back with another combination. Don't stay on the inside. Finish the combination, then wait for him to punch. You understand? Stay on his left shoulder. Okay? He hitting you with the bigger shots on the inside.
Watch Tim Witherspoon at work inside, a left, a right uppercut, a left hook. We don't see that overhand right until there, and it goes around Cole's neck. Sometimes when he throws that big overhand right, it looks like he's trying to punch somebody on the other side of a fence.
The uppercut was a damaging blow. You saw a couple of sharp left hooks at the end of the round. Witherspoon has to be happy with the way the first couple of rounds have gone. Cole is going to keep working.
But he's, you know, Witherspoon is drinking his own blood. He's got a very bloody mouth.
Meanwhile, Al Cole has rising welts under both eyes, and you saw the inswell being used under his eyes in the corner. So we'll examine that situation as we go along. Cole's trainer, Alton Merkerson, will also be working in the main event. He's Roy Jones's trainer as well. Cole beginning to push his punches just a little bit, and he's also moving backward after he throws, as if he's increasingly wary of Witherspoon's power.
And he's going to get nailed. That's the one thing you can't do, is move straight back.
No punches, no punches.
He has to look for angles. He's going to have to start the box. And up to this point, he's making a war out of it and losing the war.
Cole freely admitted yesterday his formula for winning the fight will require him to throw upwards of 70 punches per round. He only threw 83 punches in the first 2 rounds. He's just going to have to be busier than that.
No holding. Come on, fellas. That's it. Watch the elbows, Al. Keep the punches up. Keep the punches up. Let's go. Come on.
Pace slowing in round 3, and that's another good sign for Witherspoon. The slower the pace, the better off Terrible Tim will be.
I think that Cole hurt Witherspoon with a couple of those body punches in that last exchange.
Hard left hand in there by Witherspoon, and Cole stops punching for the moment. Now comes back to the body. Al Cole is showing his grit. He hasn't got the right formula for beating Witherspoon yet, but he's hanging in and making his presence felt.
Well, so many of Al Cole's fights have been this way, but against lighter men. He makes wars out of it, and he wins the wars. But
he's got a lot of desire. Last 40 seconds of the fight have been the best so far for Cole. He's starting to gain a little momentum now as Witherspoon stays slow.
Watch the holding, guys. Come on. Box it out. That's it. Box it out. Get him up. Get him up. No holding. No holding. Come on. That's it.
It's going to take courage and determination for Al ice cold to have a chance to get the job done tonight against Tim Witherspoon. But he's never been short on those two commodities.
Time, no punches. No punches.
How you feel? Right? Good. You gotta find the middle on this, man. All right, just keep going underneath your punches. You gotta punch up the middle on it. Combinations. All right, you're throwing 1 or 2 shots from the time. At the time. You're only throwing 1 shot at a time. All right? You gotta box him, go to his body. Tim, use your jab and now box him. Okay. And then go down to the body. But you gotta punch the combinations, Big Daddy. You gotta punch downstairs. And you gotta go to that body. Everything to the body and underneath. The head is there, but he keeps ducking down and making you waste shots, all right? You don't need to be wasting those shots like that. Hit him to the body and I'll box him. Watch him go forward.
Once again here, Tim Witherspoon shows that he's more than a one-handed fighter with a quick little left hook.
Get those seconds out. Let's go. Stay in your corner, Timmy. Let's go, seconds. Let's go. Stay in your corner.
That little left-hand snapper has been maybe the most effective weapon so far for Witherspoon, though he's landed some overhand rights as well.
Harold Letterman, after 3 rounds, how do you score it?
Larry, 30-27, 3 rounds to nothing. Terrible Tim Witherspoon. Al Cole is just fighting the wrong fight. He's staying inside, let Witherspoon do all the good power punching, and Al Cole doesn't have the big punch to hurt Timmy. So far, it's all Timmy Witherspoon. 2 things on the rules. Number 1, Santa was absolutely right about the mouthpiece. You go to the closest corner, but the problem is Murchison was too surprised. And the second thing is they ought to get those Perry Ellis things away from the judges. I think they're impeding the judges' view.
I have it 2 rounds and 1 even, the last one.
And if somebody scores a round for Perry Ellis, we'll know that Harold was exactly right about that. 1 minute into round number 4, the pace continues to slow. You heard Witherspoon's corner asking him to throw more combinations. This despite the fact that he's been doing pretty well. Cole continuing to grind away and taking punches in return.
Oh, we had mentioned that this is the kind of fight where it's very a gamble for both fighters. Very seldom you see 2 good heavyweights in a tough fight like this, but that's exactly what it is, and they're fighting like their future's at stake. Both guys really trying, really hustling.
Witherspoon may be wearing down a little bit.
That's it. Boxing, no holding out.
We're taking a blow, 1.
Could be an understatement. He's had a very slow round here in the 4th frame.
Yeah, and it's a fast pace. I'm sure it's faster than the pace of the fighters he's been fighting recently.
Cole starting to land left hooks in rapid-fire succession. Landed 3 left hooks in a row there. Witherspoon countering with that right hand over the top, and when he lands it, he does damage. Misses twice there.
Cole would be even a lot more effective if he would move just a little more. Not much, just a little. One way or the other, but he's right in front of Witherspoon all the time.
Well, I think he's trying to stay flat-footed, Gil, because he feels as though he needs as much power as possible on every punch just to stay in the fray.
Well, Roy Jones could have taught him he can get that power by moving to the side and coming back on an angle.
Time! No punches.
I like what I see. I like what I see now, but I need more combination. If you're not still give me the 1 shot, bop, bop, bam, then go. Cole, stop.
Coming up, this man, Merky Sosa. Born and raised in the Dominican Republic, now lives here in Brooklyn. Will have hometown fan support as he goes into the ring against Roy Jones Jr. And as Sosa gets his hands wrapped in the dressing room, Jones is still at ringside pulling for his buddy Al Cole. There's Roy. And as Roy made a decision to get back toward the dressing room, yep, there he goes. He's heading off on a pathway toward the dressing room. A couple of words for Cole as he walks by the corner and gets on out of here to get ready for the main event.
You know, Gil, one thing that really hasn't been answered yet is just how much power Witherspoon has left. Because he's landed some really clean, solid punches. And he stopped Cole in his tracks momentarily, but Cole has come right back.
Well, you know, again, Larry, it's who the catcher is. Cole is a well-conditioned guy, and he has a great chin. He has been hit by some solid punches, but to no effect.
Witherspoon got some extra rest as this round began when referee Jim Santa elected to delay the action while Witherspoon's glove tape was adjusted. Now they go back to the pattern of infighting, picking shots against each other. Cole trying to double and triple up while Witherspoon lands left hooks and rights across the top.
And Jim, to my surprise, Witherspoon's jab has been very, very effective in this fight. And you can see that swelling under Cole's left eye is really starting to look angry.
And you told me you think Witherspoon jabs better now than back when he was winning heavyweight titles in the mid-'80s.
Well, he looks to me like he's more focused than he was in those days. In those days, he had all kinds of demons bothering him. But now he's a more focused fighter. Whether it's too late or not remains to be seen.
Witherspoon short with the right hand across the top. Al Cole, his face a reddened mask. Still looking for opportunities, but spending a lot of time backing up and a lot of time locked inside against Witherspoon, where he is at a severe disadvantage. Just not enough side-to-side movement for Al Cole.
None whatsoever. Witherspoon doesn't have to chase him, doesn't have to move. He's there. He's trying to out-tough Tim Witherspoon. Maybe he'll figure that at Witherspoon's age, he may wear him down, but he's making it easy for Witherspoon. Doesn't have to look for him.
Remember, the fight is scheduled for 10 rounds, not 12, so when they reach the end of this one, they'll be halfway done. People thought that if the bout went this far and Witherspoon didn't score an early knockout, that Cole would be ahead on points by this time, but that certainly wouldn't appear the case from where we're sitting.
Not my opinion. Witherspoon is landing all of the solid telling punches. Cole has been busier in some of the rounds, but nothing with any power in it whatsoever.
Moments ago, you saw another quick left hook in there for Tim Witherspoon, landed flush.
He was able to get away with throwing that right hand and missing with no counter from Cole.
Cole just backing up and waiting. Definitely not his fight.
You can see Cole flinch that time.
And Witherspoon intelligently flurries to end the round.
I want you to stop laying in with him when you're finished. When you finish hitting this guy, quit leaning in on him. You're doing good, but you're falling through with your shots. You hit him, move around him. Don't give him nothing. He want to work on the inside, on his head. Yeah, but you got to stop laying in behind your combination. Okay? You're not listening to me. Give me some grief.
Make sure the corner man has gloves on, all right? Okay. Put those on.
Okay, Doc. You understand me? Look, give me the angles and quit laying in with him after you punch. I don't want you to...
Our boxing, you can set it up. You're going at the head, hit him in the body, then throw the right uppercut inside, then it'll open for you at the top.
All right, let's go seconds out.
Come on, you don't get hit. He's coming to you. Give me some 1-2s, man. He ain't coming. Come on.
Round 6 of a scheduled 10. Tim Witherspoon opens the round with a massive right hand shot across the top.
And what set that up, Jim? Witherspoon fainted and Cole flinched. I noticed that in the last round, so apparently Witherspoon's punches are getting to him. He fainted, he fell for the feint, and got nailed with that right hand. There it is again.
Well, in his second trip to the heavyweight division, Al Cole learns that Tim Witherspoon, for all of his trials and tribulations, is no Mike Dixon. He's taken a big step up tonight, and he's feeling it. Hard body shot by Witherspoon. And you stand still in there against Witherspoon. You're giving him a chance to load up punches.
Witherspoon is doing the dancing now. Cole is flat-footed, and Witherspoon is setting Cole up very, very nicely.
He's really digging in with those body punches now, Gil.
Actually, he's hurting me a little bit with those, Jim. He has solid punches. Again, you can just see Cole stepped out of that very, very lazy. Didn't jump right back on. He's not hustling the way I thought he was going to hustle in this fight.
Almost looked overtrained. I mean, he's such an intelligent fighter that you suspect that isn't the case, but he's just been more sluggish than we would ever expected Al Cole to look.
That's exactly right. He just doesn't seem to grasp that he has to hustle and really out-hustle at Tim Witherspoon. Actually, Witherspoon is staying right with him when it comes to the number of punches thrown and landing the much harder, effective blows.
Cole tried to slam a left hook. Witherspoon blocked it with his gloves. Tim still going to the body inside. The uppercut landed flush.
And that was a solid punch.
Left hook lands again, right behind Cole's ear. Hard place to take a shot. Cole able to land a left-right combination. But again, he backs off as he does it. Cole ducking and slipping effectively inside. But just not throwing enough punches to keep Witherspoon busy in there. Tim again gets a little rest.
He hasn't really landed a solid punch that would stop Witherspoon in his tracks and make him think.
Box, fellas, let's go. Box it out.
Witherspoon, you can see how experienced he is. He learns how to relax on the inside and just look for spots.
Hard right hand across the top by Cole. Witherspoon comes back with a right hand of his own, and now Cole with a trickle of blood from the right nostril as round 6 comes to a close.
I need more punches out of you, man. You punching like a heavyweight. You're a cruiserweight. You understand? That weight don't mean nothing you got on you. You should be landing 5 punches this one. You understand? You understand? Give me more punches. If you just stay busy, that's going to do it for you. You're waiting too much. Don't slow down this pace. Don't slow down this pace. It's real even. You understand that?
You got to go to the body, too. Just keep boxing him and stay down. You're standing up. He's trying to catch you with the right hand.
So we're hitting with that uppercut, all right? It's there.
Stay relaxed. Stay relaxed and hit the body.
3 more rounds. Okay.
Hit the body when you're inside.
There's Witherspoon right at the top of the round as he throws that straight right hand. That's about the straightest right hand I've ever seen him throw, Gil. He's always throwing that overhand right hand.
Again, Larry, he looks better now than he did in a lot of his earlier fights when he was a lot younger man.
Harold Letterman, 6 rounds. How do you score it?
Larry, this is a very easy fight to score. 59-55, 5 rounds to 1. Terrible Tim Witherspoon. Al Cole is just fighting the wrong fight, staying on the inside, but Witherspoon can murder him. I mean, Dr. Richard Lucy in Cole's corner needs 6 hands to get down that swelling on Cole's eye and the bleeding from the nose. Just take note of that crab-like defense of Witherspoon's. Al Cole just doesn't get through. He uses that Ken Norton defense.
Eye-popping statistic from the last round, only 29 punches thrown by Al Cole. As we told you at the outset, his formula for victory required that he throw more than 70 punches per round.
Well, in his corner, Alton Murchison told him, he said, you should be throwing 5 punches to this guy's 1. Fight like a cruiserweight. But he's fighting like a plodding heavyweight.
He's fighting like some of Witherspoon's past opponents. Tony Tubbs.
Well, Tubbs at least moved. And Al Cole is really taking some solid shots in there. But again, he's a very courageous guy. He's a competitor. He's not easy to get out.
Watch your heads, fellas. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Let's box it out. Box it out.
Midway point of round 7. No sign yet that the momentum is going to shift against Witherspoon. Things continue to go his way. Cole at least able to throw more punches in this round, but still not landing the kind of blows that would turn Witherspoon around.
Well, he really isn't setting and landing a good solid punch. Witherspoon is moving him back slowly, and he just can't really get any leverage on his punches.
Again, the short left hook lands inside for Witherspoon. Not a heavy blow, but an effective one. Lands a right hand inside as well.
You can see, Tim, how relaxed he is on the inside, where Al Cole is doing all the work, doing all the pushing, all the moving. And Witherspoon just relaxes in there, gets his hands in good position, and then lets a combination go. Well,
fighting like this, Gil Clancy, would Witherspoon be ready for a Riddick Bowe or a Lennox Lewis or a Michael Moorer?
Well, I would, if I was his manager, I'd rather start with one of those three so-called world champions. He's way more than ready for any of those three guys. And you can see Cole now backing up.
They stop the bleeding in Cole's nose. The welts under both eyes are still there. The one under his left eye, particularly angry looking, but not bleeding around the eyes yet. Witherspoon banging away with counter shots inside, and this is effective stuff, Gil.
Very, very effective.
Why you keep staying close to him like that without moving around? You understand? Get the guy coming in with straight shots. Quit falling in. That's the third round I done told you. You understand? You get home. Did you get hurt low? You take the count, man. They give you time for that. You understand? It's good to be a warrior. Come on, keep him on the end of your shots. Quit letting them crowd you up. On the inside, his punches are sharp on the inside. You got to scoot your butt out. Give me some snap and go around. Okay, don't just lay there. It's your turn and his turn. When you hit, you get the hell out of his way. You understand?
Still to come. Tonight's main event, 168-pound world champion superstar Roy Jones Jr. against the man many regard as the toughest opponent on his docket so far, Merky Sosa, former sparring partner to Sugar Ray Leonard, man James Toney called the toughest fighter I ever fought. That, of course, was prior to Toney's meeting with Roy Jones.
The big dog is just beating on the smaller dog. Smaller dog is going to have to yap at him and go at him for these next 3 rounds to have any kind of a chance to pull off an upset.
Isn't it strange? Larry, Cole is a legitimate heavyweight, 250 pounds, 215 pounds, excuse me, but he looks like a cruiserweight in there. He looks like he's in with a much bigger man, bigger and stronger.
Well, it's just because Witherspoon has fought the bigger fight. He's used his size to great advantage in there tonight.
Well, Cole has not listened to his corner man at all. Corner man keeps telling him to move around, box, and he hasn't done it. All he's doing is showing how game he is, taking punishment.
He just took 3 big punches on the inside, and I think he's a little bit hurt now.
Al Cole has never been stopped. The only loss of his career, a 10-round decision. The Leon Trailer in 1990, and that loss was avenged in a 12-round decision for Cole just 4 months later. But now he's taking more punishment than he ought to be in there. Round 8 progresses. Witherspoon coming off a tremendous round 7 in which he threw 54 punches and landed 33 of them. 61% connect percentage.
And again, you can see Cole just throwing arm punches, just stretching out with his arms, nothing on him, nothing to stop it, Tim Witherspoon. You know, Witherspoon looks like he's so much more experienced than Al Cole, and yet Cole is a world champion, has a lot of experience, but you can just see Tim on the inside completely outsmarts Cole.
Cole landed a left-right combination, and Witherspoon negated it with a hard right hand. There's a good shot for Cole, using the right hand lead, something he hasn't done much previously in the bout.
Oh, and you know, when you throw that right hand lead, you're subject to a good counter punch too, so you better be a little careful.
Yeah, like that left hook right there, which has been so effective for Witherspoon all night.
The impressive thing about Witherspoon in this fight is that he clearly is showing a will, a desire, a combativeness. He's in condition to go at this pace. That all is a little surprising, and frankly is proof that what he said was true, that he really wanted to make an effort, at least make an effort to get another big fight.
You gotta stay down, Tim, and not boxing. You raise it up, you're getting hit. He's trying to hit you with the right hand. You gotta stay down, Tim, and not boxing. You raise it up, you're getting hit. He's trying to hit you with the right hand. Stay down, hit the body, and the right uppercut is there for you.
Take your time.
Keep boxing. Take your time. I'll box him.
Just relax.
And hit that body good. When you hit him with the right hand to the body, come back with that left hook. Stay down, don't raise up.
But it's good, you gotta keep looking for it.
Stay down.
Combination. 2 and 3 point combinations, man, and go. Okay, every time he turn to you, sit down on the shot point with him, man. 1-2s will work for you. Don't throw the hook because he's catching it with his hook behind it. You putting that right hand down. Here we go, guys. End up with your right hand. 1-2.
These your rounds. These your rounds.
Okay, give me these last two. Give me these last two. Yeah, you need them. Got the
Let's go seconds, get that stool out. Let's go, whoa, let's go. Stay there. Stay there. Go, stay there. Box.
Round 9 of a scheduled 10. Referee Jim Santa waves Tim Witherspoon in to begin delivering more punishment to Al Cole. It's been mostly all Witherspoon so far. Larry, let me ask you the same thing I asked Gil a couple rounds ago. At this level, is Witherspoon ready for a Bo or a Lewis or a Michael Moore?
I think he'd be a good opponent for the very top heavyweights out there. I think it wouldn't be an easy win. It would give them a chance to show their stuff against a guy who's been a champion and who looks like he wants to give his best shot again. I think he'd be a formidable opponent. I question whether he could really compete with the very best heavyweights. Because one of the things we've seen tonight, notwithstanding the fact that Cole is a tough guy who takes a good punch, when you hit a man like that, you got to put more hurt on him than he's doing here.
Big right hand, Jim, by Tim Witherspoon a little earlier in the round. But again, look how relaxed he is on the inside. That should be a lesson for any of these young fighters watching this fight. Get your hands in good position and relax when you get inside. Don't wrestle. That way you don't get tired.
Interesting suggestion there by Larry as Cole gets in an uppercut on the inside, though. Larry's suggesting, Gil Clancy, that you land as many hard shots as Witherspoon has. Maybe you should have moved Cole a little bit more.
No, I don't think so. I just think that Cole is one of those guys that takes a tremendous punch. He's never been stopped. I don't think he's ever been on the deck. But again, he's taking an awful lot of punishment. I don't know how many other heavyweights could take that kind of punishment.
Right, no punches, step back.
1 minute to go in round 9. Still the momentum of the fight doesn't change. Cole showing his grit and determination, keeps coming and trying to get something going. Witherspoon has so far been able to answer virtually everything.
Box it out, fellas, let's go. Box it out. Let's go. Box. Break, no punches, no punches. Keep your head up, okay? No holding. Get the head out.
One round to go as this one comes to a close for Tim Witherspoon and Al Cole.
Let's go, come on, last round.
Last round. Hey, you got to throw a lot of punches. You got to hit this guy 5-1, man. You got to get on top. You understand? Put the bucket in the middle, man. Come on, I want you to go the last round. Hold your head straight.
Right uppercut is open on the inside.
Timmy, 10th round, all right?
Stay down and keep hitting that body.
It's all you, baby. It's all you.
Last round. You stay down, you got all night for it. Then come to the top. Uppercut is open in the middle.
It's not a bad fight.
It's good fight.
Good fight.
Good fight.
Okay.
Just don't let him steal this round.
I'm not.
All right?
I'm not.
Shots on the inside. When you finish with him, move around him. You still laying in. You can't lay in with the guy.
Don't fall through.
Okay?
All right,
come on, give me this round.
Let him steal this round. Stay on it, Tim. Let's go.
So Tim Witherspoon, who was deep six in one round here 9 years ago at Bone Crusher Smith, seems to have come back from the dead to give himself a chance.
And another tremendous right-hand shot to begin the 10th, Larry.
I think that took any ambition that Al Cole had right out of him, just with that first right hand. Should make it an easy round for Witherspoon. There he is with a left hook again. And a right uppercut by Witherspoon.
Al Cole opening up just a little bit and giving Witherspoon opportunities, of which Witherspoon is taking great advantage so far.
No punches, no punches. Both you guys are home. Let's go. Box, let's go.
Cole will face some tough decisions after this fight. If, as you might expect, it goes to Witherspoon. He said to us yesterday, in all candor, he said, look, if I lose this, I don't know what's out there for me. I made the decision to try to become a heavyweight, and this would tell me that maybe it isn't the way to go, but I've accomplished everything I can in the cruiserweight division.
Well, that's why this was such a great fight, Jim, because there was so much on the line for both of these guys in the fight. Witherspoon is fighting like he wrote the book on boxing.
He's fighting better right now than the night I saw him knock out Frank Bruno. He probably was stronger then, but technically, the way he's hustling, he's better than he was then, in my recollection.
No, I have the same recollection, Larry. You got to remember, even in the Bruno fight, he was still with that famous promoter, and he was having all kinds of troubles, but his mind is clear now, and apparently it's made him a much better fighter.
Witherspoon's punching accuracy continues to rise as the fight goes on. Landing lefts and rights. Hard right to the body there. Cole not backing down, giving it what he's got within a limited strategy circumstance. He's just fought the wrong fight to give himself a chance against Witherspoon. There's Cole's hard right hand, and it doesn't move terrible Tim.
Well, that's been the story of the entire fight. He did not have the power to bother Tim Witherspoon in the fight, and he's, instead of trying to outbox him, maybe making a stinking fight, but still win it, he tried to be too game and tried to outfight him.
I have to assume, Gil, that if he didn't fight that fight, it's because he can't fight that fight.
Well, I'm inclined to agree with you, Larry. There's no question about it. He just never was a fancy Dan. I told you, so many of his earlier fights were just like this, where he would just outgame a guy, but he's just in with a little too much tonight.
And if you're thinking Cole's people harbor any illusions that they might win, Alton Merkerson, the trainer, has already left the corner to go back to the dressing room and get ready with Roy Jones for the main event.
Good job, both of you guys. Good fight.
Celebration in the corner of Tim Witherspoon. A relatively somber Al Cole seems to be accepting reality in his corner. Harold Letterman, what'd you wind up with on your card?
Jim, I almost had it a schneid, I tell you the truth. 99-91, 9 rounds to 1. Terrible Tim Witherspoon. I thought he fought a terrific fight, and Al Cole fought the wrong fight. Al laid in with him all night. Terrible Tim just landed those hard shots, the looping rights, the good left hooks, the solid shots to the body. Al Cole laid in, tried to punch with him. You can't fight a strong guy like Timmy Witherspoon on the inside. Cole should have been boxing and moving. And that crab-like defense, once again, blocked most of Al Cole's shots.
Gil Clancy, you said before the fight, excuse me, Harold, you said before the fight that you thought the winner would be favored against any of the 3 reigning heavyweight champions, Bruce Seldon, Frank Bruno, Franz Botha. Would Witherspoon be favored against any of those 3 guys off this performance?
Absolutely, Tim. I mean, I'm not a Las Vegas bookmaker, but let's start with Frank Bruno, who he's already knocked out. Would he be the favorite again? Absolutely, yes. We saw Franz Botha against Schultz, and I don't think there's any question in anybody's mind that he'd be favored over him. And then we have the other champion, Bruce Seldon, who was knocked out, I think, in 1 round by Riddick Bowe. I just think he'd be a big favorite over him, too. So here's a guy, if he can get a break, if this closed corporation opens up, if he can get a break and fight for the championship, he could become champion again.
Well, I think he'd get a lot of support from most in the crowd tonight who appreciated the effort of Philadelphia's terrible Tim Witherspoon at 38 years old, 2 weeks after birthday number 38, fighting one of his better efforts here against Al Cole. Right now, let's go to ring announcer Michael Buffer for the official particulars.
Ladies and gentlemen, here at Madison Square Garden, we go to the scorecards. Luis Rivera scores the bout 100-90. That's the same score from Eva Shane, 100-90, and Nick Shimino scores the bout 99-91 for the winner by unanimous decision, former 2-time heavyweight champion of the world, Terrible Tim Witherspoon.
So it is indeed the expected overwhelming unanimous decision for Witherspoon. Total punches in the bout, and you can see that Witherspoon outlanded Cole by 121 punches, outthrew him by 50 punches. That's an upset in and of itself. I don't think anybody would have thought that over the course of 10 rounds Witherspoon was going to throw more punches than Al Cole. And the disparity in connect percentage shows up graphically in the scorecards. And here's Larry Merchant with a happy winner.
All right, congratulations, Tim. 9 years ago, you had the lowest experience of your life. What's your outlook to come back here and put on this kind of performance?
Well, I feel good. I feel I redeemed myself with the New York people. Because oh, look, don't grab the hand, I hurt my hand. 10 years ago, as of this month, I think, or last month, I had that dealing with Don King. And it's so coincidental that I'm back here again 10 years later, 1996. And I feel good about all that put together.
That's right. Are you concerned that you might have looked too good and scared some heavyweights off tonight?
No, because my objective was to try to box him and knock him out. I wanted to knock out because I had 5 straight knockouts on the comeback. But I'm satisfied with this. I don't think they might be a little bit more scared, but I only get better. And I'm going to keep working hard. That's my main objective. I feel real good right now.
Thank you very much, Tim.
Best heavyweight.
Jim.
Terrible Tim.
All right, Larry and Gil Clancy. Larry Merchant makes a very good point in that interview. You talk about the kinds of opportunities that Tim Witherspoon wants to generate in his rebirth as a heavyweight contender. Did he look too good in there to get those kinds of opportunities?
Well, you know, that's why we have these so-called sanctioning bodies. If they saw this fight tonight, they would have to move him way up in the ratings, where perhaps he would get a chance to fight for the championship of the world. But again, as long as they have a closed corporation with the 3 champions they have, very, very doubtful.
Yeah, well, they had a chance to see the fight. It was on television, so let's hope that someone somewhere sees that Tim Witherspoon richly deserves a chance to go forward with his now blossoming second career. All right, Gil, let's get ready for the main event, and let's talk for a moment about the guy who's posed as the challenger here as he comes in against the great Roy Jones Jr., Murky Sosa. He's coming off of 2 absolute wars